Hello YouTubers, what we're going to do today is we are going to use some perler beads to make some paperclip toppers. You can use these in your planner, you can use them for paper clips, you can also use them for bookmarks. So it's just a fun, quick, goofy little project. So let me go show you what you need. Alright, so these guys are made from perler beads. I would imagine most people have played with them at some point. They're these little plastic beads and you put them on the board and then you melt them together. So these are standard perler beads, and see how big they are. This one was made with standard perler beads. Standard perler beads also you can find in the craft stores. I know Hobby Lobby has them and they go through their sales every couple weeks, so it's a good place to get them. Amazon has them. You can also use, they're called mini perler beads, and this is a mini perler bead board. I think these things are torture. They're so little. You see a lot of patterns made with them because you can get a much more detailed pattern without it getting really big. But see the size difference. They're really not the most fun thing to work with. And you can see the size difference. So this was made with mini and this was made with standard. But you see a lot of patterns with it because you can get a much more detailed pattern because they're so little. The little mini perler beads, I'm pretty sure an online only kind of order thing. You can order them from Amazon. You can also order them from Perler Beads webpage. They aren't their own webpage. But yeah, I think they're pretty much an online only thing. And then you need the matching pegboard. So pick your size. You can look at Pinterest. There's a lot of patterns up there for on Pinterest. Just keep in mind the size of your design. The other thing to keep in mind is this one would do really well no matter what, because it's not really flimsy. If you put Yoshi here in a book bag, pretty sure eventually he's going to lose his head. It's just kind of not attached by that much. And even though they're really well melted together, just the way this is going to work, eventually if you put him in a backpack and aren't very nice to him, his head will probably come off. So keep that in mind when you're picking out your pattern and its potential uses. So now you're also going to need, these are 2-inch gold paper clips from Office Depot. I like the bigger ones. I like the gold ones too. And then you're going to need some kind of glue. I'm using E6000. The real big reason why is because you need something that's going to adhere to plastic. Hot glue is not the best at doing that. It will pop off eventually. And especially for something that's going to be used a lot, you're going to want something that's meant for plastic. Now E6000 is not everybody's favorite thing, so if you don't want to use it, by all means use something else. But just it needs to be glue for plastic. And I've also been using my little Cricut Mini to heat these up with Teflon paper, a Teflon sheet. But you can use a regular home iron and parchment paper, not wax paper, parchment paper, if you want to as well. So we're gonna go make up another pattern, and then we are going to make our paper clip. All right, so that is my little pattern. I'm obsessed with Mario, if you can't tell. So it's a little baby Koopa, and this is my Teflon sheet that you can use for pressing or ironing or something. It's non-stick. You can also use the wax paper that parchment paper that comes with it. I like this, but do know that this will make it shiny. It's kind of strange, but this is a little Cricut Mini, and just heat and just make sure you don't pull up any of the beads, and you'll be able to see when they start to melt together. And melt them. For this, you're probably going to want to melt them pretty close, or melt them a lot because it's going to be handled a lot. When you get done, you can just peel them off, and he'll come with the paper. And then what I do is I use something heavy, good old Bath & Body Works candle, and just put it on it. Because once it cools, it wants to bow up a little bit. So just put something heavy on it or a book until it cools down, and it'll be flat. Alrighty, so I made another one too. But once they cool down, you can just peel them straight off the Teflon paper, Teflon sheet. And see, they're a bit shiny. So, and then you can pick which side you like. If you like the melted side, Or you like this side where you can see the beads a little bit better. And we're gonna glue on our paper clips. All right, so I decided I like to use a little non-melted side as the front. So I'm gonna put them face down, and then I like to use the board, the little pegboard, to hold my paper clips so that they're flat. Because if you don't have anything to hold them up, they do this and they won't stick very well into your glue. So, and then the other thing is you're gonna want the one loop side is the side that you glue on. And then past that, it's pretty much gluing and sticking. You are gonna need to let this E6000 sit for a little bit so that, don't you love it? It's a video. I can't get the glue off. I could do this with nobody watching without a problem. The minute the camera watches, tell you the weird stuff happens. All right. So you're just gonna goop a bunch on the back, but you are gonna need to let this sit for a while to let it fully cure. And see what I mean? Now they're flat and they can glue in the right position. So now we wait. Alrighty, so these have been sitting for I guess about an hour or so. And they're on there pretty good. I think it'll probably take a couple days for it to fully cure, but you can mess with them in an hour or so. I hope you enjoyed it. This is kind of fun, a little something different. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments and I'll be back with another tutorial soon. Thank you so much for watching.